In Chapter 25 of this Maddening engaged Ironman, we encountered Lumera, Alira's dead adoptive mother, who has been resurrected as a corrupted to protect the last fell dragon shard. After a short conversation, Lumera retreats into the chamber, and Vale follows, closing the door behind her to confront her alone. Lumera poses dramatically to reveal her tragic backstory of being a sad orphan, but as it turns out, doors can be opened by hitting them, so Alira enters and resolves to commit matricide for the greater good. This map begins with a bomb-ass soundtrack, and your army split into two separate chambers. The expected way of completing this map is to crawl along the sides and reunite your forces in the center, but if you do that, you'll be quickly surrounded by reinforcements from all sides, so I decided to skip all of this nonsense with warp. I begin by sending Vale up into the middle chamber with a warp staff, where she uses Emblem Sorin to wipe out every enemy there on enemy phase with a near 100% crit rate. I immediately follow up by using Micaiah warps to put everyone into the central chamber, where I can act in safety for a short time. My opening move is to use Veronica to summon a generic sage, who gets entrapped and is immediately killed for no reason as an example to others. Above the central chamber is a massive formation of stationary enemies and multiple status staff users that is designed as a kill box to murder any unit you put in range. I could very easily pick them apart slowly by defeating these stationary units individually, but I decided to use a much less necessary but much cooler strategy, something I call the Intercontinental Louistic Missile. To prepare for this, I forged and engraved the Venomous to maximize its hit rate and reclassed Louis into a paladin to give him an S rank in lances. I used the trap staff to move the enemy entrap user out of the way, opening a path directly towards Lumera, who has a very large amount of void and the anchor skill, so I cannot entrap her directly. I place Louis as far away as I can to attack Lumera from maximum range to gain a massive amount of damage for momentum. I do one initial charge with the Brave Lance to peel off both of the chain guarding martial masters protecting Lumera, and then use Rescue to move Louis all the way back down, physically farther away from Lumera so he can take advantage of momentum for his next attack. I dance for Louis so he can attack Lumera again for 68 damage with the Venomous to one-shot her first health bar. I cancer back and rescue Louis again, setting up a goddess dance for Louis, Cedal, and my staff users, allowing me to attack Lumera again for a third time to take out her second health bar with another long-distance momentum boosted one-shot. I rescue Louis back down one final time, have Cedal dance for him again, then warp him even farther back so he can do a massive momentum boosted lance charge for 75 damage, one-shotting Lumera for the third time and completing the map in only 3 turns. The reward for defeating this penultimate boss is the Willy Glands, which means something in German and is surprisingly not a penis joke. In the closing cutscene, Lumera lays dying in Alira's arms, expressing how proud of her she is, before she fades away into bubbles and dies, in a fashion almost exactly like Queen Mikoto from Fire Emblem Fates.